Yeah. Like what? Tell me what's good out there for you. Nah, I want you to tell the truth. What you don't like about the day? I'm strict. Shoot, I don't think I'm strict enough with you. I know. I think that you got a whole lot easier than I ever had. I like the house right there. The land on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting for you to get to high school before I buy it. I want you and your friend across the street. When I get when I'm able when you can drive to school, that's what we're gonna go ahead and get away from society, I guess, because the house and the land built. That way you can drive to your friends. We want to do it right now. We need a neighborhood so you can take a village to raise children. You know that? Give people a balance of focus. You think I'm strict? Man, I ain't strict. I think it's a lot easier than when I had it, for sure. It's a lot easier when I had it, man. I think the biggest thing I give you, like when we pray in the morning, you know why? Because that's the strongest thing I got. That's what helps keep me grounded, son. What I'm doing here, I ain't have a dad that send me, drop me off to school every morning. Some people can't. Some people have to work a job. Sometimes the mother and the father got to work a job in this world to survive, especially in our subculture. That's why I tell you, white people, black people, Asian people, Spanish people, ain't none of that stuff. Just one, it's just people. What I tell you, what type of people is what? There's two types of people. Name them. You gotta remember. I said there's only two types of people in the world. Name them. No, there's no such thing as black. Anybody? This is black. This is black. This is black. All this is black. So no, what I tell you is two types of people. I say ain't no white people, ain't no black people, ain't no Spanish people. There's two types of people. They are no. Then when I went through that situation with that guy in the box, and I said he was talking bad about my box, and he was black, and I actually did everything he had told me to do, but he was trying to use me to grow his channel. And I said, there's no such thing as black, white, Asian. I said, there's only two types of people in the world. Start with a G. Another one start with a B. So I never, that's why I tell you, he's 11. I never said there's only two types of people in the world. You good people and bad people. Oh, oh. That's why I say, these are my being strict. That's why I say so much to you, son. Because I know I want some of it to stick. Some of it go in your head and go out. I say the same thing over and over again, though. And you know why? Because I'm trying to see what's going to stick. What's going to stick. I'm trying to prepare you for when I ain't going to be here. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm going to do. You ain't going to always have me. You're not. So I think, you remember this when you have children. A man's obligation is to prepare his child for when he ain't going to be here. Now, I got your brother. He married. He's going to start off in that life. Now, me and his relationship don't change. Because he got a woman now. So he going to be asking me questions about, what's up, y'all? I'm just sitting there let y'all enjoy this conversation with my boy in the morning. This is the most important thing that we as men can do, particularly in our subculture. And the reason why I say that, I know it applies to every subculture, man. Because your friend Jaden, his daddy ain't in the house. Yeah, and he's in a different subculture, the most predominant subculture in America. So it's the world's reverse. He's a Jaden, good kid too, man. Being raised by a single mom. My son got mom and dad. It's interesting. We out here, they call it suburbs. You know that?
It's a good or bad thing.
What, suburbs? To me, it's a good thing that you grew.
Oh, so oh,
Oh, what?
suburbs means like a good area to live in.
Good area to live in. Exactly. Grass, see the trees, everybody. When me and your mom went to school, man, it might be a drug addict sitting around at the corner, particularly your mama's. You never know what you might see in school. Out here, pretty much don't have that. When we went to school, we had metal detectors. It's still metal detectors where your cousins go to school at. They got metal detectors in the front door.
There's metal with guns or something?
Yeah, guns. Yeah, kids got guns. Even out in the suburbs, that shooting they had out in Wanda, Georgia. The dude dad actually gave him the gun though. So this is that same type environment here. A lot of people don't like the other subculture. Some, I ain't gonna say I don't know everybody, so I can't say a lot of people. But for sure, I can say this is a true statement. There are some people that do not like the fact that you out here going to this school. This is a nice school. This is a real nice school, son. It's a real nice area. I'm we moved so that you would have a different, like where I experienced some of the inner city school, like early. But you're experiencing this same middle school, you go to the same high school, then you're gonna go over to the same, high school, same elementary, same middle, then you go to high school. So your friends are going with you. You know our teachers is good. It's a good environment. But it's my job to make you don't forget. Like I guess when you go hang around your other cousins, they understand. They call you that. You a rich cousin.
Me too.
That's what Chan. You know what I'm shooting. You get a chance. Yeah. And all that stuff you got. But that's why I pray in the morning with you. Cause that's what I'm thankful for. That I'm able to provide those things for you. And then I use my channel. People see me as we're doing this live. I said, just other men taking their kids to school in the morning. So I'm trying to make a change in my life for the better. And these subscribers, I don't like calling them fans. Fans mean fanatic. I don't believe in that fan stuff. I just fan. I just subscribe because sometimes fans, people like you one minute and not like you the next. I remember that. Don't never spend your life trying to please people. If what you doing, listen to this, you right. If what you doing ain't hurting nobody, mentally or physically, and it's prospering you is what you want to do, continue. Don't live your life trying to impress people because people opinions like leaf blown in the wind. Son. One minute it's like this, one minute it's like that. You ain't gonna have success. I forget what God said it. I think it was an actor. He said, I don't know all the keys to success, but I do know the number one key to failure is trying to please everybody because you cannot please everybody. Everybody ain't gonna like what you do. You understand? If you ain't hurting nobody, mentally or physically, it all depends on how, if they feeling hurt by what you're doing, so be it. But if you ain't physically hurting nobody, it doesn't matter. Like the president. Not everybody like Trump. Not everybody. Out of the two options, I like Trump. I think he shoots on hip. I think he's straightforward. You know what he recently did?
What?
he made this rule, right? That in order to drive a big truck, you have to be daddy used to drive trucks, right? In order to drive these big trucks up and down the highway, you gotta be able to speak good English. Now people say, oh, he's singling out minorities. Spanish minority. He's not actually speaking out. Here once again, he's putting America first. Look, they got people driving these trucks up and down the highway, 80,000 pounds, can't read the sign on the side of the road. So they looking at the GPS, tell them where to turn. They just follow on the line. The sign might say, "Don't go here with this large truck." They can't read it. So they take the large truck that way. It might get an accident and kill somebody. They got 80,000 pounds. Now we don't pay the truckers the money they deserve because you got so many of these immigrants. Some of them illegal. Some of them don't speak Spanish. They're actually driving these trucks and taking jobs and loads away from American citizens. So this one rule that he just put in place say that you put if the DOT pull them over and they can't speak good English, put them out of service. You know how that helps everybody and every subculture? Tell you how. Now that load still gotta get the way it's going, but he can't drive the truck because he gonna speak good English. And most of the time, these big companies they know they hiring these people that don't speak good English, and they don't pay them a fair wage. They have to pay American citizens a reasonable raise because hey man, nah, you can't do that. I ain't even legal. So that helps everybody. Helps the economy. One little. That's why I like the man. 'Cause he got common sense sometimes, man. Common sense. Well, when they put them other politicians in there, man, they be talking about stuff ain't got nothing. Some of these politicians want to teach y'all homosexuality in school. So I gotta be careful. That might get flagged. As I say that, you can't say. You have to say alternative lifestyle. So at the age you is 9, 11 years old, they won't teach you about sexuality in this school right here. That's crazy. That ain't got nothing to do with putting money in nobody's pocket. But that thing that Trump did, that one little rule, will help the possibility of some people getting a job. Help the rates, the load rates. You know, Mom and Daddy used to have a trucking business. They used to do that. Had trucks on the road. Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's now. There's so many. The rates got so bad they kept hiring all of these people from other countries who over here on visas. Some of them don't. Some of them go illegally, taking loads, and they'll work for anything because you got 15 of them staying in one house. And those of us that have mortgages, car notes, kids to play, kids in daycare. I think you was in that Inspiring Scholar stage. Yeah, right. Yeah, they got bills to pay. They ain't paying all that. They living in the truck, and they don't speak English. But it's funny they don't speak English till it's time for that money. You go talking about that money, they speak good English then. If the load pay $1,000, he say you only got 7. No, 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 no. Yeah, something. No, 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 no. I only got $700. No, they speak good English then. They speak English. That shit pissed me off too, man. That pissed me off. And then some of them say this, particularly the subculture that we did in America. Got a history growing up in America, the subculture. They want you to side with them, but they don't ever side with you. When they was doing that little fake Black Lives Matter thing, that was fake. That was showing up all the
people walking
huh?
in our neighborhood.
What?
They were doing a Black Lives Matter thing.
They were doing the Black Lives Matter. That was man.
No one walked through them.
Nobody what?
It was only 3 people.
Yeah, the people ain't. Our neighborhood is diverse. All lives matter for real. Raising children, make sure your children don't get caught up in certain stuff, man. But I have to have that word because listen, in this, it is some people in blue. They might necessarily be fair. That's true. But if I tell you, there's only 2 types of people, so good people and bad people. But I do have to raise you with that mindset for you to be careful, particularly because you're a big boy. People think you're a teenager, you ain't nothing but 11.
Short teenager.
Yeah. Well, nah, you taller than your mom. You're short because you know your dad and your brother tall. All the men in your family tall. But you're going to be way bigger than all of us. So I have to, because of how the world is, they look at you differently. Because you're huge. I'm just 11. Imagine what you're going to look like when you're 16, 18 years old. You can intimidate people. People look at you now and they think, oh, you 13, 14? Now you're a fresh 11. So the size you're going to have is going to make people, give people look. Pause. And there's some people, it is now, that's the truth. There's some cops, because they didn't grow up using their hands, they automatically going to be scared of because you big. And then that's why I tell you I don't like that music. Little Baby and Future and all that. You want to be a drug dealer when you grow up? What about a gangster? What's a gangster?
Bad person.
Was your daddy a gangster? Hard question. Daddy was a gangster. A gangster is a person who's in a gang. So when you say a gangster is a bad person, I want you to understand something. That's how they identify themselves because they don't know who they are. But, hey, look at me. Your first judgment is right. I want you to keep that judgment. I want you to keep that because it keep you alive. Don't hang in gang. Lions are solitary. Tigers. Hyenas. And coyotes hang in packs. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Football player.
Oh, Lord. I just want you to be a good person. You want to be a footballer, that's cool. I want you to be a good person. I hope most of the things that you've seen me done, that you have seen me do, inspire you to be a good person. Dad did a whole lot to be 53 years of this. And what that people I've been on both sides of the truck, both sides of the track, both sides. So that's why, I done been on this side of the law and the other side of the law. Yeah. That's why I understand the scripture in the Bible when they say, be peaceful with all men. If you don't have the capacity for violence, you're not being peaceful. A warrior can be peaceful, can be peaceful. If you have the capacity to do something to somebody, even from afar, and you don't do it, then you're being peaceful. Some people, particularly like on social media, they like to throw rocks and hold their hand, hide their hand, and then say they see the peace. People ain't peaceful. They can't do nothing no way. It's challenging. It's a conscious choice. It's a conscious choice. I remember that. If you have the capacity for great violence, and you choose not to, those that know you gonna say, yeah, he chose peace. Cause boy, I done seen people lose their lives over $100. 25-cent cups. Yeah, I have. So I'm serious, man. People be playing, don't realize. Some people.
Somebody shot the other person just behind you.
Some life I done lived, I've been through something. Everything ain't about shooting. I came up, we ain't had no gun. You could kill somebody with a gun. Anybody can do that. You see the guys walk around they like these trucks around here that Moabi come and get them and all that stuff. They'll spot it and people be fake.
People be getting the cars?
Yeah, putting that on the back of the truck, freedom and all that stuff. Every people be fake. So anybody, you got a gun, anybody can do that. It's what you can do with these. It's what you can do with these. Now what you can do with that gun, anybody, you can pick the gun up to all this 7 pounds, 3.5 pounds. Boop, pull the trigger, shoot somebody way over there. And you think they brave. That ain't nothing, man. Like them hunters, talking about the hunting deer. I don't like about hunters when they be hunting deer. I don't make man, you got this. You think you ought to shot a deer. Deer ain't no violent animal. Go hunt a bear with a bow and arrow. Now that'll make you. That's when I feel like, yeah, you're a big hunter. Yeah, go hunt a bear with a bow and arrow. Like the Maasai. You know the Maasai?
Yeah.
Yeah. To take a wife, you got to kill a lion with a stick. That's where you descended from. That's subculture. You got to kill a lion with a stick. Not a rifle from here to there. Now you got to walk in there and you got to stab this animal. And you got to kill it. And the animal's going to fight even harder when it's about to die. Shoot from a bullet from a distance, that don't mean nothing. That means to me, you're a coward. Go hunting with a bow and arrow or a stick. You got to use this and a stick to kill an animal. You shooting an animal with a gun means absolutely positively nothing. Yeah, I shot this bear. He was 300 yards away. See, you kill that bear with a broomstick, with a sharpened broomstick. You know? That showed me how manly you are. Bow and arrow. Other than that, yeah. It's like I tell you with the lifted truck mentality. They put them big old rims in the big old truck. Woman, man, yeah, you big. The truck big. The truck nice. You soft. That's my shit. I don't care nothing about that. Big rim, big truck, big loud pipes. Yeah, you soft though. Truck ain't gonna do nothing. Drive you from A and B. That's my mentality. I mean, when you gonna lift that truck, I ain't gonna never lift the truck for what? I got trailers. I got stuff I need to do. My train gonna lift it for what? I don't need to get the truck. Truck ain't bad. I may be though. You do the wrong thing. Everybody tell you don't who you are, right? Pay attention to your teacher.
Yeah.
I love you, boy. Yeah, man. Do this every morning. It's the most important thing in my day. Talking to my son, taking him to school. Especially in these days and time. Drop him out of school. Something could happen in the school. But for the most part, good area. You know what's interesting to me? We don't pay the people the most, that mean the most in society. Police, teachers, bus drivers. Let me tell you something about that bus. I wish we had a presidential candidate next 4 years that really want to focus in on the thing in society that means something. Like why bus drivers make $300, $400, or $600 every 2 weeks. That makes no sense. In our county, that's what they make. We give them our most precious. My son, everything I have, both my boys mean the most to me. Kidding about nothing. Anything else, I can get that mess again. Cars, I can get it again. I got the mindset, the willpower to drive to get anything. Again, my most prized asset sets. Number one is my wife. Number two, my two boys. At one time, my wife said, I'm gonna see what's up. She just gonna have to work. I did some things early in life, make sure she was good, so she don't have to work. She wants to drive a school bus. Because when she done before, when she ride, when she got out, when she ride a school bus. So she did it for a little while. You see that little fake check? Man, you tell me you check you be actually giving the background check was garbage. They don't take you in the bus. You give your child to a bus driver, and you have faith that they're gonna take your child to school. We pay them nothing, nor do we do a good, extensive background check on the people that we give our most prized assets to. When is that gonna be talked about in society? Why teachers don't make $100,000 a year? They are in there teaching your child the basic knowledge that we have here in the world. You paying these people 42, at the most $42,000 a year. It's not making no sense. It makes sense when you see how where people don't focus on what really matters. So I be looking on the rate. The kind out there, man, we pay our teachers pretty good. Not as much as I would like them to make. Not as much as I would like them to make. But we pay them good. It's interesting, particularly these so-called society escape the hood. They definitely escaped. They moved completely out. Same thing I just did. That's straight up true. All of them, every last one of them. They get their money, they gone. Why? Because you want your offspring living a better life than you had. Better life than you had. You don't have to go to the best school, best protection as far as their safety. That's what really matters at the end of the day. But my angst with them is that they don't talk about what they just did and how to make it better. They supposedly supposed to be talking about what they went through. And I know a lot of, especially ones that's rappers coming out of Atlanta, they got about much street credit. People, all of them, every last one of them say it's working for the government. Feeding the prison industrial complex. To see as I as a father, I make sure I watch, I talk to my son, watch what he listen to who he see. You know, like some of those little rappers, I explain to him, you see this? You see this? This one right here got a car. He said, "Damn, why you think about that?" Because it get paid trying to see how many of your mind, your youth, he can get sent to prison. You see, you rapping all the time. Not one time he can tell you how to make a buck, did it? That's why I'm still to my son. How to read things, how to look at things for what they are. To tell who a man is. Not by what he looks like, what come out of his mouth, what he do. My son was one of the reasons why I did that apology on Facebook. He brought something to my life. That and somebody else I talked to. That was a tipping that. Man, you know what? I did it for my son. As far as depending on me, I'll be peaceful. So I can look him in the eyes before I try. I tried. I do everything I do for how they feel, how they think about me. He was there that morning, kids. I did the part. Not because I was, by no means I did the part thing I was losing. I knew I was losing. You still ain't seen nobody do no 151 at 18 hertz with 2C8. Ain't gonna happen. Because it never happened in the beginning. I did that for the most part for him. A lot of people think, things for them. I don't care what people think. If they figure that about me, man, I don't really care about what people think. I do everything for my family for the most part. I listen. It might be the extra added reason, but for the added, I can say added, yeah, added reason, but for the most part, man, it's what he gonna think of me. I'm trying to teach him how to be a better man than I was. Sometimes I gotta let Lord, the Bible speak in my mind. And my son knows if I ask him, "You gonna be a gangster?" He said, "No, gangsters are bad people." I said, "Yeah, yeah." You see how he looking at me now? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Ain't right. I'm only keep that though. It's for protection. Because there are bad people out there. I sure ain't know. I know one thing for sure. Coming from that life, ain't no bad, but just gotta be wise all the time. Because you can run across somebody who ain't never had what you had. And sometimes people hate just to be hating. That's just in the world. Everybody hates. One of the effects of sin been in the world. Envy, covetousness, hatred. I try to emulate my father, who had all the power, and then use it. son out of all the people that hung Jesus. They thought they were being Jesus. Yeah, yeah. Even to this day, they think they were being Jesus. Jesus still winning. Mindset, mentality. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Be thankful. Y'all move